that comes to mind when you hear the name Charli D'Amelio, and that's TikTok. In March of 2020, she became the #1 most followed TikToker in the world, and for most of you, that's all she will ever be. However, her and her family have tried just about every career imaginable since their meteoric rise to fame, yet they are still known as being famous for nothing. Today we are going to look at the incredible story of a normal American family who was launched into fame for no reason, and how they are destroying their family trying to entertain an audience that does not care about them. The D'Amelios lived a comfortable existence in a traditional New England suburb. Their parents were already rich before the fame, as the sisters attended the King's School in Stamford, Connecticut, which cost $50,000 per year to attend high school. Charli describes her life before TikTok as normal. I would go to school, go to dance, do my homework, and go to bed. It was pretty much like every other teenager's life. She downloaded TikTok like anyone else to distract their mind from the mundaneness of everyday life. She uploaded her first video in March of 2019, which was her and a friend lip-syncing to a random soundbite. She didn't expect anyone but her friends to watch her videos, considering she had a deep passion for dance. Competing as a competitive dancer since she was a toddler, TikTok was the obvious outlet to post fun dance videos, but she could have never predicted what would happen next. In July 2019, on her way to dance class, Charli posted a duet of her following the choreography of a user named Move With Joy. The video instantly went viral, and her notifications blew up during class. I had like 7 followers, but when she picked up her phone after class, she had 2,000. Although Charli claimed she never wanted attention nor was trying to be famous, after her first taste of virality, she prioritized TikTok like someone who did it as a full-time job. She posted every day, sometimes multiple times per day, and very quickly she gained hundreds of thousands of followers. Although she was a skilled dancer, it's not like she was doing Jabberwockies level moves that would impress you. In fact, you wouldn't be able to tell that she was a skilled dancer from the mediocre moves she posted on the app. So why was she so popular? Well, even she didn't know. I wish I could give everyone an explanation as to what happened, but I have no idea. I'm just doing what I do every day and posting it, I guess. It's very insane to me, as it is for everyone else watching. At the time, the app was dominated by young users. TikTok classified more than a third, roughly 16.6 million, of its 49 million daily users in the United States as being 14 years old or younger. Charli was 15 years old at the time, making her appealing to the age group of the most active users. Since it was working, she just kept posting, kept trying to grow and see what happens. But her being popular became somewhat of a joke. The Charli D'Amelio challenge was a huge trend where people would overreact to her incredibly average TikToks. In a never-ending ironic loop, people were going viral reacting to her videos, which made her even more viral, which led to even more people asking, why is she famous? Making fun of her became an easy way to gain millions of views, but some things she did were genuinely cringe, like her very first YouTube video intro.
Hey guys, it's Charli and I'm super excited to be sharing with you my first ever YouTube video on my YouTube channel.
As you can imagine, this became a huge meme.
Hey guys, it's Charli and I'm super excited to be sharing with you my first ever YouTube video on my YouTube channel.
Hey guys, my name's Jay. My dad left me at 6. Oh!
Not many people were making money on this app at the time, but in 2019, being a full-time social media personality was a realistic career path, so she definitely had that in the back of her mind and kept pushing along. Then one dance defined the rest of Charli's career. In October 2019, she performed a dance called The Renegade, which was a popular trend coinciding with the K-Camp song called Lottery. The simplistic moves made every teenager on the internet want to give it a try. She was already popular, but this exploded her to over 5 million followers on TikTok. Lottery became the first sound on the platform to reach 20 million videos. If you were unfamiliar with the app, you would think this was the only TikTok dance. Charli would post multiple videos per week doing this one dance. It is now 4 years later, and some people still only know her as the TikTok girl who does this dance. By the end of 2019, she had 18 million followers. Her sister Dixie had a few million followers, and even her mother and father had TikTok accounts with hundreds of thousands of followers. The D'Amelio family was a full-blown business now, and it was time to capitalize on it. Charli got to step into Hollywood and voice act in the animated children's film Stardog and Turbo Cat. The family signed to United Talent Agency in January of 2020 and began receiving massive business opportunities. Charli got to meet and collaborate with her idol, Jennifer Lopez.
So next week, you guys as a family are going to the Super Bowl. So you have 4 tickets to the Super Bowl, hotels, airfare, going to every single event, and you get to go spend time with J-Lo and meet J-Lo and hang with her.
She was also featured in a Super Bowl commercial for Sabra Hummus.
Okay, boomer.
Clearly, acting is not her strong suit, but the only talent that Charli brought to the table was doing the Renegade dance. However, she was incorrectly credited with creating the dance, as TikTok users referred to her as the CEO of Renegade, which would ultimately lead to her first major controversy. In February 2020, the New York Times published an article revealing the actual creator of the Renegade dance, suggesting that Charli and other creators emulated the routine without crediting the source. The Renegade was created by 14-year-old choreographer Jalaiah Harmon, who designed the dance in September 2019 and posted it to her Instagram, a month before Charli recreated it on TikTok. "I was happy when I saw my dance all over," she said, "but I wanted credit for it." What added to the uproar was that Jalaiah was a young black girl who many felt was being overshadowed in a market filled with white teenage girls like Charli and newcomer Addison Rae, who stole her dance and profited immensely. Unless you have a copyright for the dance, then nobody can technically steal it. However, there are countless examples of influencers who gained a career from creating one dance, but then never figured out a way to make money from other people doing the dance. Charli, through a publicist, said that she was so glad to know who created the dance. "I know it's associated with me," she said, "but I'm so happy to give Jalaiah credit." Shortly after the New York Times article was published, Charli posted a video to the TikTok performing the dance alongside Jalaiah and Addison Rae. Now it's considered standard practice to put dance credit, or DC, then tag the creator who originally made it in the caption. Even when Charli went on Jimmy Fallon to dance in front of millions, they DC'd everyone in the description below. I'm just glad Young Daddy Cat got their credit. Fortunately for Charli, this controversy kinda went away quickly, because the world got hit with the pandemic and had bigger problems to address. By the end of March 2020, nearly the whole world was shut down, with hundreds of millions of people inside browsing the internet all day. TikTok gained 315 million new users, so when Charli officially became the #1 most followed TikTok account on March 25th, it was huge news. She surpassed Lauren Gray at 41.4 million followers. TikTok having a rising star was crucial for their success. Charli was their model example of how this app can change your life, but it just kept leading to more and more people asking, why is she #1? Why is she famous? It didn't help that Charli embarked on the most generic career path as any other random LA socialite influencer. She started a podcast. The Ramble Podcast Network struck a deal with Charli and Dixie to launch a series called Two Chicks. They lasted 27 episodes, but it didn't take off since the two aren't really that great at talking. Then Charli and Dixie partnered with Morphe Cosmetics to launch a makeup line. Makeup reviewers on YouTube thought that the products were just average, specifically designed for young teenagers, and just felt like a business play rather than an ambitious endeavor. Dunkin' Donuts offered a limited time drink on their menu called the Charli, designing a limited edition fleece sweatshirt. Charli later appeared in Jennifer Lopez's music video for the single Pati Plus Lonely, and in Bebe Rexha's Baby I'm Jealous shortly after. Charli's basic influencer journey was likely due to pressure from her managers letting her know she needed to be capitalizing on her moment.
Wow.
So what this is it's a look at your 2021. This is the major things we're focusing on. So we have all partnerships. We have, the different companies you're working with, like, ring lights and starting a clothing company. And then you have books and TV shows.
Most 16-year-olds are not ambitious. They just want to hang out with their friends. So Charli's managers essentially just tell her what career she is going to pursue, because if the world is going to give you fame, why not make millions of dollars from it? She didn't need to prove herself in these industries. Her follower count was enough. It seemed like Dixie had to try harder to be recognized as a promising talent, so she wasn't just seen as Charli's sister.
There were days I would work all day and Charli wouldn't do anything. I was like, how do you have all these followers and you're laying in bed all day?
Dixie made her acting debut in the Brat TV series Attaway General. This show is essentially a low-budget Grey's Anatomy, replacing the adults with TikTok influencers who can't act, including Dixie despite her theater background. Instead of incorporating real-life scenarios to teach important values to children, Attaway General is filled with unrealistic scenarios where these teen volunteers find themselves assisting patients in critical conditions with severe medical injuries despite having no qualifications. They also casually walk around the hospital, in and out of patients' rooms, and randomly break into TikTok dances in the hallway.